You're watching our deep dive segment. I'm Kashish Dhawan, here to break down what's really making the headlines. Israel is once again witnessing massive demonstrations, this time led by tens of thousands of ultra-Orthodox Jews, known as Haredim, protesting against plans to end their long-standing exemption from the military draft. For decades, most Haredi men studying in religious seminaries or yeshivas have been allowed to defer or completely avoid army service. But as Israel continues fighting wars in Gaza and Lebanon, with hundreds of soldiers being killed since the Hamas-led attacks of October 7, 2023, public anger has intensified. Many Israelis argue the burden of national defense must be shared equally. On October 30th, that anger and resistance spilled dramatically onto the streets. A massive ultra-Orthodox rally in Jerusalem drew an estimated 2 lakh people, shutting down the city's main Route 1 highway entrance. Packed crowds of mostly men filled the streets, some climbing onto rooftops, gas stations, and even cranes to get a view of the leading rabbis. The event, called the March of the Million, was described as a prayer vigil, but it was clearly a powerful statement against forced military service. Tragedy struck during the demonstration when a 15-year-old boy fell to his death from a building under construction. Israel's ambulance service confirmed his death, and police said the investigation is underway. The deadly incident underscored just how charged and dangerous this national debate has become. At the heart of it is a Supreme Court ruling that found no legal basis for continuing military draft exemptions. The army said it needed at least 12,000 more soldiers, while tens of thousands of draft-age Haredi men still don't serve. Politically, the crisis threatens to shake Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu's fragile coalition. His government depends heavily on an ultra-Orthodox parties like Shas and United Torah Judaism, which have made preserving exemptions a red line issue. Any attempt to enforce the draft risks splintering the coalition, and it could even trigger new elections. The Haredi community, one of Israel's fastest growing population, wields enormous political influence in shaping budgets, education, and welfare policies. The power makes the military draft issues not just about fairness, but also about political survival. Globally, Israel's exemption policy is an exception. Around 68 countries still have some form of mandatory military draft, most of them beginning at the age of 18. In Europe, 9 nations, including Austria, Finland, Greece, and Sweden, still require citizens to serve, and Denmark will soon include women as well. Across the Middle East, Egypt, and Iran, they also draft men at 18, while in Asia, South Korea, Singapore, and Taiwan, they enforce strict service laws. So, while most nations expect their young citizens to serve when they turn 18, Israel's debate centers on who must serve and who can remain exempt. And that question, balancing faith and fairness, now sits at the heart of Israel's political and moral crossroads.